Hello, viewers. I'm Mr. Dilip Kumar Pal. Stand before you with a topic Typology or Types of Tribal Movements in India, Part 1. In +3 5th semester DSE-2 paper, there is a topic Typology or Types of Tribal Movements in India. And it is found in +3 5th semester DSE-2 paper, and the name of the paper is Development Process and Social Developments in Contemporary India. But before I discuss typology or types of tribal movements in India, I want to inform my viewers that my channel name is @Dilip Kumar Pal 9375. Never forget, in this channel, videos of +3 level and +2 level are available. Which videos are found in this channel of +3 level? In this channel, +3 first semester political honors up to +3 sixth semester political honors, +3 first semester ethics and values up to +3 fifth semester ethics and values, +3 first semester to second semester political and general elective, and some videos of environmental studies of +3 first semester are found in this channel, and some political science videos of +2 first year and +2 second year are also available in this channel. I want to inform my viewers that any video you want, just write my name Dilip Kumar Pal and the name of the topic in Google or YouTube. You will get bilingual videos in English and Odia. Any video you will find in Odia, be sure its English version is also in the channel. Any video you will find in English, be sure its Odia version is also in the YouTube. Let us start. Types of tribal movements in India. Today in its part 1, I will discuss types of tribal movements in India told by Professor L.K. Mohapatra, Surojit Sinha and K.S. Singh. In its second part, I will discuss some more categories of tribal movement. So now we'll take off different categories of tribal movement in India. But before we discuss what are the categories of tribal movements in India, we must be clear about the meaning of tribals and types of tribals in India. Let us start. Scheduled tribes is a term used in India to describe indigenous people or natives or Adivasis or aboriginals or autochthonous who are outside the caste system and are considered to be social disadvantaged. Scheduled tribes or tribal people or Adivasis or natives or aboriginals or autochthonous, autochthonous, autochthonous are those who reside outside Indian caste system and they are socially disadvantaged. So who are tribals? Tribals are scheduled tribes or Adivasis or natives or aboriginals who are outside Indian caste system and they are in socially disadvantaged position. They are the tribals. They are categorized into two categories like frontier tribes, 11% of the tribal population, and they are found in frontier states like Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Meghalaya, Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland and Tripura. So tribal people are two types. One is frontier tribes. These frontier tribes, they are 11% of total tribal population, and they are found in frontier states of northeast like Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Meghalaya, Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, and Tripura. And another category is non-frontier tribes. They are 89% of the tribal population. Another frontier tribe, then non-frontier tribes are 89% of the tribal population and are found in Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Rajasthan, Bihar, Gujarat, Dadra Nagar Haveli, and Lakshadweep. So, tribal people are two types: frontier tribals, those who are staying in northeast, they are 11% of the total tribal population. Then non-frontier tribals, they are 89% of the total tribal population. They mainly reside in Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Rajasthan, Bihar, Gujarat, Dadra Nagar Haveli, Lakshadweep Island. So we are clear about the meaning of tribals in India. Meaning of tribals. So what tribals? Tribals are scheduled tribes, Adivasis, natives, aboriginals, or who reside in a place for a long time, and they are not in the Indian caste structure, because Indian caste has 4 categories: Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. These aboriginals or tribals are not in the Indian caste system, and they are in a socially disadvantaged position. And these tribals are two types: frontier tribals, non-frontier tribals. Frontier tribals are 11% of the total tribal population. Non-frontier tribals are 89% of the total tribal population. And these frontier tribals are staying in Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Meghalaya, Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, and Tripura. Non-frontier tribals are staying in Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Rajasthan, Bihar, Gujarat, Dadra Nagar Haveli, and Lakshadweep. So we are clear about the meaning of tribals and their categories. Now we'll discuss types of tribal movement. Tribal people have made many movements, but what are their types of movements? Professor L.K. Mahapatra has divided tribal movement into 4 following categories. Professor L.K. Mahapatra has divided tribal movements into 4 categories. Number 1, reactionary tribal movement. Reactionary tribal movements aim to bring back the old good days or good days of the past. Reactionary tribal movement is a tribal movement which wants to bring back the system of past. So reactionary tribal movement is a tribal movement which wants to bring back the good days of the past. It wants to bring back the good things of the past. It is reactionary tribal movement. Number 2, conservative tribal movement. It seeks to maintain the status quo of our present system. It seeks to maintain the status quo or present system. Conservative tribal movement is a movement which wants to maintain the present system, status quo. It doesn't want change the present system. Number 3, revisionary movement. It seeks to bring specific changes within the existing structure. Revisionary movements is a tribal movement which wants to bring specific change in the present social structure. It seeks to bring specific changes within the existing structure. It wants to bring some specific change in the existing structure. It is known as the revisionary movement. Last one, revolutionary tribal movement. Revolutionary movement. It aims to completely replace the existing social order with the new one. Revolutionary movements is a movement which wants complete change in the present social system. So these are the 4 categories of tribal movements told by Professor L.K. Prasad. Then we'll see. Surajit Sinha has classified tribal movements into 5 categories in India. Surajit Sinha has classified tribal movements in India into 5 categories. Number 1, ethnic rebellion. Ethnic rebellion or ethnic conflict is a conflict between 2 or more ethnic groups. The individual in conflict must expressly fight for their ethnic groups position within the society. Ethnic rebellion or ethnic tribal movement is a movement where in society some tribal group will make movement. When within the tribal groups a particular tribal group will make movement, it is known as the ethnic tribal movement. During the early days of British rule, in 18th and 19th century, various ethnic tribal movements were found in India, like Sardar Lorai movement, Birsa Munda movement, Kocha Nagas movement in Kochar region of Assam are examples. So whenever in the society a particular tribal group will make movement, it is known as the ethnic tribal movement. And in India, in the early part of 18th century and 19th century, during British rule, these ethnic tribal movements were made. Examples are Sardar Lorai movement, Birsa Munda movement, Kocha Nagas movement in Kochar region of Assam are example. Kochar region of Assam are example. This is ethnic rebellion. Another category, reform movement. It is a movement to imitate. It is a movement to imitate cultural pattern of higher Hindu castes. Reform movement is another category of tribe movement whose aim is to imitate higher caste people's cultural pattern. It is a movement to imitate cultural pattern of higher Hindu castes. Reform tribe movement is a movement where this movement is made to imitate, to follow the cultural pattern of higher Hindu caste people. Examples are Bhagat movement among Oraon. Bhagat movement among Oraon, it is a tribal group. Vaishnavite movement among Bhumij. Social mobility movement of Bhumij for Rajput recognition. Kherwar movement among Santals are example. So reform movement means it is a movement to imitate cultural pattern of higher Hindu caste. Reform tribe movement is a movement where it is a movement to imitate cultural pattern of higher Hindu caste people. Means it is a movement where efforts are made to imitate or follow cultural pattern of higher caste Hindu. Examples are Bhagat movement among Oraon, Vaishnavite movement among Bhumij, social mobility movement of Bhumij for Rajput recognition, Kherwar movement among Santals. They are the example. These groups try to imitate cultural pattern of higher caste of Hindu. Number 3, political autonomy movement. It is another category of tribal movement. It is a movement where there are coordinated efforts are made by a group of people in a region to gain self-governance and the ability to make decisions that affect them. Political autonomy movement, it is another category of tribal movement where efforts are made to make political autonomy movement is a movement where efforts are made by people to make their area self-governing. It is a movement where efforts are made by people to make their area autonomous, to make their area a separate state. It is political autonomy movement. Jharkhand movement by tribal people to form Jharkhand state, Hill state movement in Assam hills, Adistan movement by Bhils for separate Bhil state are example. Whenever people of a particular region will make movement to make their area autonomous, to make their area a separate state, it is political autonomous movement. In India, various tribal movements are made in this context. Demand by tribals for Jharkhand state, Then tribal movement in Assam, hill area, then tribal movement in Assam hills or hill state movements in Assam hills, Rajasthan movement by Bhils for separate Bhil state. Number 4, secession movement. It is a movement where a group of people who want their region or group to become separate from the country or larger group to which it belongs. Whenever a movement will be made to separate, whenever a movement will be made by people to separate their area from the country, it is known as secession movement. Nagaland movement, Mizo National movement, Mizo National Front movement are example. Then agrarian unrest. It is a movement that aims to improve economic status of farmers or to bring about land reforms. Agrarian movement or agrarian unrest is a movement where efforts are made to improve economic condition of farmers and to bring land reforms. It is agrarian unrest or agrarian trial movement. In India, many agrarian movements were made. Naxalbari movement in 1967 as example, Girijan rebellion at Srikakulam 1968-69, Girijan rebellion at Srikakulam in 1968-69, Birsa Munda movement in Ranchi 1968-69 are example. So we are clear about Professor L.K. Mohapatra's 4 classification of trial movement, Surajit Sinha's 5 classification of trial movement. Now discuss K.S. Singh's classification of trial movement. He has classified trial movement on the basis of, he has classified trial movement into 2 categories. Sanskritization movement. What is Sanskritization movement? It is a movement where lower caste adopt cultural pattern of higher caste to raise their status in the caste hierarchy order. Sanskritization movement is a movement where people of lower caste try to adopt cultural pattern of people of higher caste to raise their status. It is a movement where lower castes adopt cultural pattern of higher caste to raise their status in the caste hierarchy order. Sanskritization movement is a movement where people of lower castes try to adopt the cultural pattern of people of higher caste to raise their status in the caste hierarchy order. Whenever people of lower castes try to follow the cultural pattern of people of higher caste to raise their status, it is known as the Sanskritization movement. Number 2, cultural movement. It is a movement by a group of people who work together to change how others think about society. It is a movement by a group of people who work together to change how others think about society by sharing ideas through art, music, or just the way they live their daily life. It inspires others to change. Cultural trial movement is a movement where some people work to change the ideas of other people's view about society. It means whenever a group of people will try to inspire others to change, it is known as the cultural movement. So in typology of types of trial movement in India, in part 1 I have discussed views of L.K. Mohapatra, views of Surajit Sinha, and views of K.S. Singh. In its next video, I will discuss some other classification of trial movement in India. So I request my viewers to subscribe the channel so the benefit will be yours. And aware of your friends, they may be a +2 or +3 about this channel, so some students will be benefited. Remember, to give help to anybody will come back to you in future. Thank you. Have a good day.